Dylan here. So today we are testing out Project xCloud. As you can see right here, you've got the live feed that my phone is picking up from. As you can see, got Gears of War 5, Halo 5, Killer Instinct, and Sea of Thieves. Now, if you guys don't know what Project xCloud is basically Microsoft's answer to Google Stadia. And obviously Google Stadia requires you to pay monthly and also pay for your games. Whereas xCloud gives you the option to play locally, meaning you'll connect to your Xbox One, and with that you can then play any games you want. I'm pretty sure that'll be free when it comes out, but at the moment the entire service is free. But it only comes with the 4 games at the moment because it's obviously brand spanking new launched. It's not available for everyone though. It's only available for select people that Microsoft have picked out, and I am thankfully enough one of those people they have picked. Now obviously today we're going to be doing 2 tests. One test of basically doing it on Wi-Fi and how well that performs, and then we're going to go out into a forest or something, or we're going to go outside and do the test on mobile data to see roughly the kind of performance you'll be expecting, because this experience basically allowing you to take your Xbox on the go wherever you are. So obviously you're going to be outside, sometimes you're not going to get Wi-Fi, and use data, so it's that important, you know, factor, the latency really. I'm going to be testing on the latency. Video quality is not going to be that bad because I don't particularly care as long as the game works. Today we'll be testing out Killer Instinct because it's a fighting game, so you need like a very precision, like, you know, boom boom boom. I'm going to press A, and we're going to press play now. So okay, so yeah, so it's basically just Microsoft answer to Google Stadia. You basically can, I think when it comes out, you can be paying monthly for the service, or you can use a console streaming. So yeah, it's just basically Microsoft has a load of data centers running Xbox One X's, which basically then obviously when you want to play a game powers up. But the longest bit is this little bit here where it's you know, loading up the game, because obviously it has to power up an Xbox One X, start the game up, connect to the internet, makes it all ready for you to come and play the games. Now obviously for this you'll require an Xbox One controller, only an Xbox One controller, because yeah, obviously Microsoft only don't want external controllers working on their you know, on their xCloud. So you have to have either a Bluetooth Xbox One controller or a regular Xbox One controller, but you will need to connect it to your phone through cable, which I have done. That's why there's a big massive cable. Honestly, it's not too bad of a shabby look really. Obviously the Bluetooth one will look a hell of a lot better. Okay, so press menu. Menu press. Menu press. There's a bit of lag really. Could be because of my Wi-Fi today. My Wi-Fi is doing good, I guess. I'm just move back a bit, because I've got like a computer just behind you, a TV. I've got like a lot of electronics that could alter the Wi-Fi bit, I've noticed. But it just appeared to be running quite slow actually on. So we go single player. Back. Just go through the Wi-Fi is not doing very good today. I know, but it's lagging a bit, but obviously, okay, so we go to fight. Play it for the CPU. Yes, and there's, I'm on my Wi-Fi, and it says, yeah, so basically 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi is what you need to basically play this perfectly. You know, 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi, sorry, I'm on 2.4 gigahertz. Because obviously, I don't have 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. I did try setting up, but it wouldn't work. So obviously, depending on, you know, it's going to be different for everyone's Wi-Fi connection. Wi-Fi for me is about like 40 megabits per second. Max, not max, minimum usually. But on a bad day, like today, because it's raining, it drops down to around 20 megahertz, 20 megabytes. But today, there's a bit of judge, that's a bad thing. We want to make sure to see if we can get like, you know, we want to test the latency. Okay, so I'm the guy who's not the robot. I'm fighting, and there's the inputs are dark. The inputs are going up was the picture the juddering, which, as you can see, I'm not getting beat up over because it's juddering. But I wouldn't say there's any lag to it. They're still registering the actual keystrokes perfectly fine. I feel like. Yeah, I feel like it's registering the keystrokes. When I press them, you see them being pressed, which I find pretty fucking cool. But it's just obviously choppy a bit. I'm not sure if that's because something's downloading on my network or something, but it's a bit choppy. But overall, it's a really good experience. Like, being able to play it on your phone, it's a really good experience. Obviously, I'll just quickly finish this match up, and then I'll quit it and go back to go outside, and yeah, I'll go outside and I'll basically bullshit. I got beat up then. I'll go outside and basically play it on mobile data for you guys, and see if it improves, because like. It's playable. I can play this because, you know, it's just basically like playing a mobile game that's not for your device. Yeah, he killed me. Cool. So yeah, well, I'll finish play. Actually, you know what? Let's go outside now and see how well this performs. That is the question. How well does this game perform? So yeah, okay, stop recording that. I'll see you guys on the other side. Okay, so now we are in the wilderness, and I've got xCloud open on my phone right here. We are connected to data. I've got about 4 bars of 4G data. Just making sure there's anyone seeing to be fucking weird recording in a jungle forest. So we're gonna again play Killer Instinct to compare it. So we're gonna play Killer Instinct to compare the two, see how well it does. It loads straight away because I've reloaded it before, it was about a minute ago. Just judging by the fact that it works perfectly. It works better in this outside jungle, oh shit, than it does in my actual bedroom with the Wi-Fi. So yeah, fight, play for CPU. Honestly, I can find myself doing this. I can find myself going out somewhere peacefully in college or something, just sitting down playing this. Just be the same card as before. It's starting to rain, so I'm gonna be quick about this. But yeah, it's more responsive. There's no juddering, which means my Wi-Fi was also playing up that day. Obviously, if I find where I go back in the Wi-Fi's better, I'll record the footage. But so far, it seems. Jump. It runs perfectly fine. Now, because of this, I'm going to quickly now test out another game, as it's working so fine out here. I'm going to be testing out Gears of War 5, because Gears of War 5 is, how do I put this, a game worth playing. So yeah, when you do Gears of War 5, and if the response quite good, I recommend it. Like, there's obviously other streaming platforms out there coming out like Stadia, but Stadia will not be able to do it on this level Xbox is doing it at. Yes, you will need a powerful Wi-Fi connection or signal, the data connection, but you don't have to own. You have to own the games. All the games your Xbox have already bought will be added to this, which I find pretty damn good. I'm not gonna lie, it's a bit weird playing Xbox on your phone, but the quality of it's like 720p with 1080p streaming, and that is pretty good. Next Tuesday a little later now, I'm actually just doing a project test for the channel as well. But honestly, if you have full 4G data, I would recommend downloading and playing this if you get accepted in. If this is how it's going to be when the game comes out, when Google xCloud comes out, I recommend it to everybody. Like, obviously, I'm dropping bars a bit, but it's working like it's meant to. Obviously, Gears of War 5 had problems with before even when any other game worked, because obviously I think everyone plays Gears of War 5 on this. It's like, I don't know how it's, maybe it's just the most poorly optimized game for xCloud at the moment. Obviously, the games there is Gears of War 5, Halo 5, Killer Instinct and Sea of Thieves are all different types of games. Obviously, third and first person shooters, they do play differently. So it's the difference of, you know, playing, how it plays, how it moves, and response time. And then obviously then with Killer Instinct is a fighting game, and then Sea of Thieves is an open world adventure game, which Sea of Thieves doesn't really need much response time. But it does in some places, that's probably why they chose it. Somebody there then. Okay, so let's go to boot camp. Yep. I'm just doing this to test out like features to see how the game plays. I'm not going to campaign, I'm going to go into boot camp to teach some of the basics of the game. But it's just the best I've ever seen it run. Wi-Fi data, obviously data I've actually ever... The screen crashed. I'm back again now. Yeah, so yeah, obviously you're gonna get crashes on the game. It's obviously an app. So I'm in the boot camp. Like obviously the screen quality is beautiful because I'm on the Galaxy S9 Plus. The screens on this one's amazing. But the game seems to run perfectly smooth on this, and I'm like really. There's a bit of input lag, it's like, ready? There's a little tiny bit of input lag, you can tell, but it shouldn't affect gameplay too bad. Obviously there's going to be input lag with anything, but this is the least amount of input lag on any cloud-based gaming I've ever played on. I played in the video games, which they works perfectly fine. A bit of input lag here and there, because that's only for home network only. And then Steam Link is amazing, but you'd have some good Wi-Fi for that. Moonlight's another streaming service. You use the video GPU to do that. Move. I'm sorry, I've got the fucking reverse on. Oh. So it works perfectly, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, that's basically it. The game runs smoothly. This is from a data center in London. The same like being played from my Xbox being played from a data center in London. And the fact that over here the input lag is like little. It's amazing. But yeah, I'm going to be back home now because it's starting to rain a lot more, and I'll continue talking about it when we get back. So yeah, let's do this. See you back there. Okay, so now we're back home, and here are my thoughts on Project xCloud. So obviously you need to have a really fast speed to be able to get, you know, the littlest amount of input lag possible that xCloud offers. And obviously you can tell on the home network I never got that. I got slow Wi-Fi. In fact, let's just quickly run the speed test right now. I'm getting about 20 megabits per second, which is really, it's slow, it's fast, but it's slow for xCloud standards, I think. So obviously you'll need faster Wi-Fi if you can get access to it. But on data, obviously I think I was probably running a bit higher than that, because obviously it was running perfectly smooth, no, you know, judders or much input lag. In fact, I even think sometimes on the home network the input lag was less than it was on the 4G network. But that's just 4G. For your 4G, you're going to get input lag anyway. But overall thoughts, it's an amazing service, especially because you can literally grab your Xbox controller, buy a clip for like £2 off the internet because the Xbox One, the official Xbox ones are expensive. You can then play your Xbox like put it like that. It's amazing. The only downside I think is, but obviously I really can't complain because you know I'm thankful for Microsoft for actually picking me as actually one of the contenders because you know it gave me such a wonderful opportunity to basically you know join xCloud and you know preview it and give my feedback, especially in a location where I don't get much signal around my area. I have to travel a bit quite far to get the signal where I got from. So obviously, I've done a bit of tests of like no signal and it's unplayable. I've gave that feedback to Microsoft. Don't know what they'll do with it. Not much they can really do with it. But at the same time, it's amazing how you can literally grab your phone out, grab a controller, stick your phone on the controller, and with Bluetooth, just like play any Xbox game in your library eventually. But it's amazing, just pick up your phone, grab your Xbox controller and then play your Xbox games anywhere in the world. It's quite amazing actually because, you know, about 3-4 years ago, that thing, it didn't really exist 3-4 years ago. You know, that kind of, well, games should exist like Steam Link, the PS4 stream, and obviously the PSV did the same. The PSV did it first. No, the PSP did it first on for the PS3. The PSV did the PS3 and PS4. But obviously then, you know, that can't go on forever. So then obviously, you know, the PS4 streaming application for phones the Sony phones came out. And obviously now they're expanding it, and I honestly think it's a good thing. Obviously, Wi-Fi connections and strength is getting better and better all the time. But these companies are relying on us to basically either have 5 GHz Wi-Fi, which not all of us have or can get access to. Because I've got 5 GHz Wi-Fi, but I can't activate it. I've tried going to my router settings and shit like that, but I can't activate it for some reason. It won't activate. It's like someone's said, no, you're not activating this. And also at the same time, you've got all these 5G phones coming out, which apparently is the best way to play this. But the problem is, 5G is not widely available yet. PFU was widely available, and even then, it's not the best. It's best when you're really close to a telegraph pole with where the you know the hub is, giving off the signal. It's best when you're close to that. But as soon as you're like 100 feet away from it, you lose connection, which then can cause your connection to drop on your phone. And because of that, I feel like it's like any new product, any new technology. When it first comes out, it's not gonna be the best, but as is, you know, the more years it's out, the better it gets. Like this, for example, the Galaxy Edge devices. Started on a Galaxy Note Edge, it was like really edged. Then I went to the Galaxy S6. They defined it a little bit, and then the Galaxy S7 Edge. They made it better, and then obviously S8, S9, and S10, and the Note 10, and every other phone after the S8 all had the Edge display. And the Edge display, you know, became a thing, and obviously after years of fine-tuning it to how much edge you want on the phone, you know, like that. And also with the Galaxy Fold, these new devices where you can literally grab out your phone and unfold it into a tablet. Obviously it's in its infancy stage. Eventually, it will move on to being a better, bigger, better, amazing technology where you can literally get your phone out and it's going to be as durable as normal smartphones are. You can smash it across the table, you can drag your fingernail across it, and it won't scratch. But obviously now it's made of plastic, so you're going to scratch it. And that's besides the point. The point is, new technology takes years to develop. And obviously, you could be developing this for years. You can be developing you can develop this technology for years and years. When it comes to market, it's new. Might not be new to you, but it's new to the market. So everyone has to adapt. If you might have the best technology you have, you might have the best resources to test this technology with, but until then, you go and test it in the real world. Then you realized, hold up, it's not the way you wanted it. But anyway, so it's just, you know, we have to give it time. It's obviously still in its infancy stage, but for considering it's in its beta form still, honestly, this is one of the best things I've ever tested out. And I am testing out something else at the moment, which I'll be in a video of that soon. But yeah, it's honestly one of the best technology I've ever tested for a long time. Because obviously, you know, it's one thing where this new technology comes out and everyone hates on it. Everyone hates it and it's not good. And there's another thing where people have that doubts. Because obviously Google Stadia have said negative latency, where you can, you know, it will try and predict what you're going to push and do it for you. And, you know, Microsoft's like, there's going to be latency. There's going to be latency. Obviously, you can't get rid of latency over an internet connection like that. But obviously, they have Mixer and they've been using that as a way to perfect the low latency input. Because the Mixer, you can get people to basically, there's an option where you can enable, you can choose a viewer to use their Xbox pad or PC, or, you know, on-screen controls to control your game for you. So if you're stuck in a level, they can, you know, help you out with that level. That, I feel like, was used as a, you know, test. See how we can make the latency down further and further. Because obviously, Mixer is a Microsoft streaming service, and they want to use that as a get rid of all the latency, and obviously get the latency low as possible. So when you're playing the game, you see the least amount of latency. And honestly, Microsoft have the power to do it. That's why I think xCloud would be better than Stadia. Stadia is just asking too much. You pay this much for a month, and then you have to pay on top of that for the games. If you already own the game on PC, Xbox, and shit, you'll have to buy the game for Google Stadia. xCloud, you don't have to. xCloud, you can connect to your Xbox and play the games from your Xbox, or so I've heard. And if that's the case, then I think xCloud will become the champion. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, it's a bit of a different video than any other video I made. I've actually put a bit more effort in this time. I've actually had to go out to a location to film. If you enjoyed this video, go down there, smash the like button, and hit the subscribe button so I know you guys are interested in this kind of new content where I review technology. And also, guys, while you're down there, leave me a comment below on a few products or things you see you're not too sure if you want to buy it or not, and you want to see a review of it. Let me know and I could review it for you. I'm in the middle of actually testing out some wireless earbuds, and I've got to say, so far these are doing good. So, you know, review of that coming soon. And anyway, guys, I'm Dylan Jones, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Peace.